What's going on, everyone? Hope you're all having a great day. At the end of Return of the Jedi, we saw Anakin's redemption and his return to the light side with the help of his son Luke. But what happened when Anakin's Force Ghost met his other child Leia? Let's dive into it. In the Legends novel The Truce at Bakura, which takes place shortly after the Battle of Endor, Leia woke up one morning to find a message from Luke. He and Chewbacca had left to oversee some ship repairs. As Leia entered her private living quarters to get ready to meet up with them, she suddenly saw a tall man with long hair in her room. Leia quickly realized that that man was transparent, just as Luke had described the Force Ghost of Obi-Wan. However, this was not Obi-Wan. Leia began to back away slowly from the figure and asked who he was and what he was doing in her room. The figure turned around and told her not to be afraid, that he was her father, Anakin Skywalker. Vader, Leia whispered as her emotions began to explode within. Her hatred and her fear for him began to show. Anakin quickly saw the dark emotions begin to show within his daughter. Anakin told her that he came to seek her forgiveness and make amends with her. Leia began to remember all the horrible things Vader had done, and told him that there was no bringing back all those people he killed, including the destruction of her home planet of Alderaan. She told Anakin that she doesn't even consider him her real father, as that title belonged to Bail Organa. Anakin paused and looked down at the floor for a moment. He then told Leia that he would never be able to come back to her as a Force Ghost, and this might be the last time she'll ever see him. Good, Leia responded. Anakin tried one final time to reach her, telling Leia that Luke had saved him from his own darkness, and that Luke saw the good within him. Leia retorted and said that she's not Luke, and that she could almost forgive him for torturing her on the Death Star all those years ago, but she would never forgive him for torturing Han Solo on Cloud City. She told him to never come back, then stormed out of the room. After those events, Leia stumbled upon Han, who was surprised to see her so upset. Leia then told Han that Vader was here. Han, confused, reminded her that Vader was dead, and even joked that she was starting to see things like Luke does, suggesting maybe Luke was a bad influence on her. Leia scolded Han, telling him how insensitive he was. Han then apologized, giving her a big hug. Han then told Leia that she was more than just Vader's daughter, but she was a Skywalker, as the two embraced. However, this would be the last time Anakin would ever visit Leia as a Force Ghost. Now, while this does seem like a sad story, I don't blame Leia at all for the way she acted. Her relationship with Vader was very different than how Luke's was. Not only was Leia in the Rebel Alliance longer than Luke was, she saw all the damage the Empire did her whole life, as her adopted father, Bail Organa, was a member of the Senate who was not a fan of the Empire at all. Not to mention, Vader had a hand in destroying her home planet of Alderaan and torturing her on the Death Star, as well as torturing Han Solo on Cloud City, which she mentioned. But I think it's very interesting that she didn't care at all about Vader turning back to the light. But let me know what you think of this whole story in the comments below. Do you think Leia was in the right here? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.